Alright guys, um, today I will be dueling with my cyber deck. I'm going to be dueling this guy I just met on Dueling Network, Gente, or whatever is that right there, Gente. And he's going to be using a Red Eyes deck that he's building right now. And I figured while he was doing that, I would go ahead and run through exactly how this deck runs. It's basic. Obviously, its main focus is to either get out Cyber Twin or End Dragon. If that doesn't work, I have some backup Ixies, and I'm going to get to that in a second. Obviously, you're going to need 3 Cyber Dragons, and that's what I got. I got Cyber Dragon's Way, or however you say that, and 3 Protos. I threw in a Prisma because I figured, why not? He's a good card. I only put in 2. I figured 1, I wouldn't draw him as often as I needed him, and 3 would be a little bit too much, because technically I'm only going to be able to use him for Cyber Dragon. I can't use him on Proto or Cyber Dragon's Way because I have to target him in the deck. And Cyber Dragon is the only Cyber Dragon in the deck. These don't count. This one only counts as Cyber Dragon when it's face up on the field, and this one only counts when it's on the field and I reveal a spell card, or when it's in the graveyard. So I can't use Prisma to search for Cyber Dragon and send him to the graveyard. Also, I got Cyber Valley for some protection, and he wasn't there because he would be some extra fuel for Overload Fusion, which I just took out. I don't use Chimera Tech as often as I would like. It's kind of a dangerous card. I don't have it doesn't work fast enough. It's usually for late game, and usually whenever you're dueling competitively on here, the duels run quickly. So I would never get Chimera Tech out, and whenever I drew Overload Fusion, it would be a dead draw because I would either have like 2 or 3 machines in there or whatever, and I wasn't drawing what I needed. So I took it out, and I'm going to avoid it. I put in Creation Resonator. And this Karakuri Watchdog. Those are the only 2 tuners in here. I put a level 3 and a level 4 tuner in here because I run Shogun and Light End Dragon, and I actually synchro summon pretty often, so and sometimes it works out well and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe I need to get some more variety with the synchros. I was almost totally against synchro summoning, and I just recently started to get the hang of it, and I am really starting to enjoy synchros. So that's another thing I'm doing. The Light Hex Sealed Fusion, great card in this deck. For both of its effects, it can be used as a substitute, or if it's on the field, I can use it for a contact fusion, which is always great. Neospatian Grand Mole, for its effect, obviously. It doesn't really have any other place in this deck other than for its effect to try and clear some of the larger monsters off of your opponent's side of the field. Alright, Polymerization for obvious reasons. 2 Power Bonds, obviously, and Power Bond is a dangerous card, and I have some backups to try and avoid the damage that is taken by Power Bond. I have Rainbow Life, which actually would let me gain the life points instead of losing them, and I have Cyber Kirin, which if I tribute him, I won't take any effect damage until for the rest of the turn. So, yeah. And I have Limiter Removal to try and get in some OTKs, things like that. Also to power up some of these, I can, it's just, you got Cyber Dragon's Way, and you power him up to the 3,000, and then he, whenever he attacks, he has 3,300. I can clear out some of the larger monsters and things like that. MSTs for obvious reasons. The staples. I got Gold Sarcophagus, so I can try and search for the things I need. Power Bond, Cyber Kirins, whatever, depending on whatever I have in my hand at the time. Lightning Vortex to try and clear some of the field. Dark Hole also to clear the field. Another Gold Sarcophagus, Heavy Storm, obviously, Magic Cylinder for a little bit of defense and to try to take some chunk, just some chunks out of them. Mirror Force to clear the field, obviously negate attack for some more defense. Torrential Tribute, if they're summoning things I don't like, I have that just in case. Double Summon. I don't think that this card gets enough attention considering its effect. I mean, you can normal summon one additional time during your turn. That's 2 summons per turn that you use it, and it has no cost really, except for you can only use it once per turn. I mean, it's better than an Ultimate Offering, obviously, because you don't have to set it, and you can just play it right out of the hand. It's great for this deck. You know, if I have some Protos and a Power Bond, obviously I'm worried that you would be worried that Proto Cyber Dragon is going to be destroyed. You don't want that. Because it only has 1100 attack, and it's useless if I don't have more than one. And Cyber Dragon, you know, it's the only one that works in the hand. So Double Summon, I just put in here. I haven't been running it in the deck at all. I'm starting to put it in more of my decks because it really, really comes in handy. You'd actually be surprised. It saved my butt a few times, and I think that it should become one of the staples, and I don't think that it's getting as much attention as it should. So, anyways, that's the deck profile. Oh wait, I forgot my extra deck. Okay. Obviously, I run 1 Cyber End. Actually, I run 2 Cyber Ends. I got 2 separate art. I run 2 Cyber End Dragons, 2 Twin Dragons. I had Chimera Tech. I'm going to take it out. Useless. Steam Gyroid also I'm going to take out because I used to have a Steamroid and a Gyroid in here, and but I took them out also because they were also becoming dead draws. I figured maybe Steamroid, you know, since he gains 500 attack when he does attack, I figured he would be useful whether I got to use him to fuse or not. And Gyroid is some good defense because once per turn it can't be destroyed by battle. But I came to realize that it was very rare that I would have both of them, and due to Steamroid's negative effect, I just really chose not to run them. I just took them out. Alright, and now for the Ixies, I have Leviathan Dragon, Utopia, Tyrus, Keeper of Genesis, Gemnite Pearl, Wind-Up Zenmeister, Steel Swarm Roach, Adrius, Keeper of Armageddon, Shogun, and Light End Dragon. And so yeah, that's my deck. That's the deck. That'll be the deck profile for my Cyber deck. And hopefully, you will, if you're still watching, because I realize that this has been a little bit of a long video. I really hope you'll continue to watch and watch the duel. So I'll be back on it.